One is dark-haired and wiry. The other two are heavy-built, almost identical to one another. They look surprised as you enter, but do not appear to be unduly worried, and they make no aggressive moves.
What race?
Human. And one of the wiry man says, "Come in, why don't you?"
And wait a second. This room is human-sized, or are they just like crouched real
No, it's
low?
a cellar. It's a full cellar.
Oh, like it's okay. Like it's an exit to a. Okay, I got you now.
Yeah, and there's staircase going up, a wooden staircase going up out of this room. And as you look behind you, you see they've actually carved the room around the pipe. So they made the pipe visible.
Got it.
And the wiry man gestures with a dagger he was using to clean his fingernails. He says, "Have a seat, won't you?"
I think not. What is this? Some sort of thieves' den?
I wouldn't say thieves. We're business.
Thieves' den.
Now, so he says, "Where are my manners? I'm Franz, and these two friends here are Reinhold and Reinhard. They're twins, you know." And they are twins. Why are you here?
I think I would just like glare at them in a not so much angry, but more like I'm tired and I don't want to deal with this, and I don't want to deal with this shit sort of way.
Uh-huh.
And I'll respond back with a look. I don't care why you're here. I don't care to know you. I just need to know one thing. Are you willing to play ball with me for one question?
Sure.
Do you consort with chaos?
Oh, no. Yes. Not at all. Bad for business. Now, we do have something of a problem here. You see, we're a bit possessive of our stuff. You can understand that.
I believe while
And we
he's
make
starting to talk, like, you keep going, but I'm probably turning around to head back out the door at this point.
he says.
I will point back at them, like, twist sideways a bit to point an axe back in their direction, and say, you follow me, and your lives are forfeit. Let me go now. I don't say a thing. I do not care about you. I do not care about this tunnel. You all could just go fuck yourselves. I'm leaving now. Do not follow.
You're giving me your word, dwarf. You're not going to tell anyone about this little entrance here, right?
I'm already leaving. I'm not... I'm done talking. I'm fatigued. I'm tired. These guys, they don't seem to be important enough to me to want to fight them.
Okay. You close the door, which now you broke the lock.
Yeah, probably like close it real hard. It swings a little bit open. I'm like, don't care. I'm leaving.
We're going to want some money for that, you hear from a distance.
No response.
And you end up, let's go. Drag us back up, and we're good.
I'm now just imagining a Stormcast suddenly traveling back through time into this universe.
You see the dwarf come back through that minor sewer.
Yeah, I'll pop out of the that minor sewer grate, and then I'll just start walking back towards where the exit is that we're heading towards.
The ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so get up to the ladder. You guys all get out.
You see anything there, dwarf?
And
what was it?
Thieves' Den.
Huh.
Oh, well, we can ignore that.
I suppose handy information, if nothing else.
And you climb out of the ladder, and the three men that were there are all, oh my God, you guys smell terrible. Oh,
Well, I'd say no shit, but as is obvious.
Yeah, I thought the
Also,
smell
it
from
is
the
very much
sewers were
shit.
bad enough.
Well, I graciously accept your invite to pay for my bath.
However, as you guys come out and they're helping, well, they're not even trying to help you out because you guys smell so bad. They don't even want to touch you. But as you climb out of the ladder and everything else, the first thing you notice, you've been in the sewers for quite a while. And the first thing you notice is many partygoers are still out in the city, but everybody is staring up at the sky. And as you stare the same direction, you see a large green moon hanging very low over Bogenhofen,
Uh-oh.
almost like you can
Oh,
touch it.
What
Wait a
has
second.
Worsley been tonight or
I
something?
say, isn't Morsleb red? Wouldn't this be the second moon?
No, it's green. It's rumored to be warpstone.
I prefer my version.
I'm sure you do. But if you see a large green moon sitting low over the city, huge.
when it rains, it certainly fucking pours.
And a lot of people are just sitting there staring at it. And they're
I will try to
commenting.
like rouse someone like by shaking their shoulder. It's like, hey, what's going on?
If memory serves, isn't it common knowledge that Morrisley being low in the sky is generally a bad thing?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, everybody make a lore Reichland.
Still don't have it.
The humans.
What
I
about,
have no idea what this means.
would geology cover the geology of the moon?
Oh, look at Hardball. Yeah, Hardball actually launches into a scientific discourse over the random orbit of Morsleb.
I think Harbaugh was still rolling in secret.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
Yes.
Darn it. I changed that. He rolled no one. No, I changed that. Public rolls. You
Oh.
still don't see it.
I see it.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. Yeah, no, he is. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I saw the one, but I thought that was somebody else.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we saw it for GM roll. Didn't quite register that was Harbaugh.
And what you guys see, Harbaugh goes into a scientific discourse over Mansleb and Morsleb, and how Morsleb has a random orbit, but it has, when it has shown up hanging low over an area like Bogenhofen, that's usually a portent for something terrible that's going to happen.
Okay, so it's as I thought then. It's not literally crashing into us or anything.
No, my understanding was that when it was that low, it would actually, like, kind of cause warpstone radiation over the area. Like, you could just get mutation.
Huey was like almost explicit, like, hey, if you're mutant, guess what? Mutate more.
But there's been 200 years ago was a chaos invasion, and during that time Morsleb hang low and rumored to have spit out various pieces of warpstone that landed places on the planet, landed various locations.
All right. So I think this does increase our urgency slightly. We probably definitely need to tell whoever's in charge in this city about what we found, because it could be highly relevant to this omen. Because it definitely wasn't this way 4 hours ago.
Now, at this point, so where do you want to go first? Your rooms are here.
I would like to go to the River Bogan just to dip myself in the friggin' river, because I imagine no bath will be sufficient for this.
No.
Like I said, I have a sense of urgency, so I need to find someone like with local authority.
The guy who hired us to find the goblin would be a good one to start.
I thought he was just a circus guy.
No,
it was a guard that he talked with.
Oh, okay. So that was actually the magistrate.
Yeah, he got
I
co-opted.
thought he just went to his like circus friend or something.
Now he forced the circus guy to kick in an extra 5 gold crowns. So
10.
Oh yeah, we can see if
how-
we can
yeah.
still get paid. I mean, that's something.
Well, we might get the first half that the guard offered up because we confirmed that the threats, well, that the goblins did, not going to reproduce.
All right. So first things first. Even if you weren't in the drink, you still smell. You picked up traces of everything on shoes and little bits and pieces on clothes. So, and if you fell in, you smell atrocious. So that's Alberic and Durak.
And
So-
me from that one time.
At this point, you guys need a bath and you need to have your clothes washed.
Or you can do
Yeah.
both at once.
Or you can do both at once. Yeah. Anybody buy any soap?
Money.
No.
What's money?
Oh,
I know.
How much is soap?
Money is a 4-letter word. Okay.
Yeah, it's spelled
Let's see.
GOLD.
Do they even have soap in this game?
I don't need soap. I just
hotel
need the
that
river.
we're staying at. Do they draw baths and whatnot? Because
Yes, they
that's
do.
where. Yeah, that's where Typhane would go.
They
Okay,
draw
so
bats and what?
you guys
I
all
got
have
soap in a
rooms
river.
here. So you guys go and you walk in, and the innkeeper immediately says, outside for a second. And he comes from behind the desk and with his 2 big henchmen and comes out to the door, and he's holding his nose. He says, "You guys smell atrocious." Now,
We're aware.
well, there's been happenings. The goblin was found in a warehouse close to the Osterdam. So the council has decided not to pay for your rooms tonight, except for the lady. She may be allowed to stay. But everyone else, you have to find different accommodations.
Just want to repoint out that I was never staying here.
Oh, you weren't?
Remember, I was guarding a noble couple, and then I ditched them, so I was never really
Right,
staying here. I had nowhere to go.
Same
Oh,
here.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
And I will order the innkeeper to draw me a bath and prepare dinner.
I'll
As,
just buy
yes,
some
my
soap. I'll
lady.
clean myself.
Yes, my lady.
Sorry,
Uh,
wait, what? Warehouse? A goblin, not this
Oh, yes.
three-legged goblin.
oh, that's disgusting. Take that out of my sight. No, the goblin was found in one of the warehouses along the district. That's all I know. Osterdam.
Okay, questions to be need answering, but Direct, you want to go? You want to go to go over to the river?
I assume that I'm already on my way. Like, you turned to say that, and like, the back of Durak is somewhere down the street.
I
I'm
will
following
move to catch up with Durak.
Move
Right,
your
same with me.
tokens close to the bear belly.
Close to the where?
Bear belly up here.
The ship.
Oh,
The
I didn't know the ship was still around. 'Cause we were
Oh, yeah.
we were done
He's
with
here.
that guy.
Nah,
Well,
he's here for
he's
the
He's gonna
shopping.
take us back
trip.
to Altdorf, probably. So.
Well,
Yeah.
no, he said he was done with us.
No,
he
no,
paid
not
us the
fully done.
last bit, and he was done.
No, he'll probably reconsider. He needs guards for the trip down. Even though there was no trouble coming up, there may be trouble going down. You never know.
Especially with that ominous-looking thing in the sky.
All right, so all of you, oh, your figure's too big. There we go. And Garrett, how come your name's not showing up? God darn it. I thought I fixed that.
'Cause he's a mystery.
He's a mystery man. And
He's a
lady,
man mystery.
lady, you are allowed to stay here. So put your
Okay.
token over there. He draws a bath and immediately sets to washing your clothes.
Okay.
And here we go.
I'm
So
sorry.
you're gonna-
Where do I go?
Right here, 27. Journey's in. Right there. There you go. I'll move you. So that's where you're at
Thank you.
tonight. And you get in the river. There, most of the shops have closed up, so you just got to do your best. Joseph's there on his boat, drinking, staring at the moon. looks at you guys as you're in the river. You guys are stay in the river longer. And he goes into the cabin. He pulls out a bar of soap and he tosses it at you. Especially you, dwarf. More. You're lathering up.
I mean, I
He's
really
shutting
don't
down.
care. I'm probably tipping myself down up until the Mohawk level. I'm trying my best not to get the Mohawk wet.
No, dwarf, you're not going to be allowed on my boat. Not unless you get in. Somebody push him in.
I mean,
Ain't gonna
I
be
will
me.
stare back at the rest of you as if that's some sort of challenge that I'm waiting for one of you to take up.
If I wasn't beat to hell, I'd consider it. But no. Ivo visibly entertains the idea, but then decides against it, simply grabbing onto the jetty to the supports on the jetty to just kind of get as deep as he can manage.
All right. And he's looking at you. Keep going. Come on, dwarf. I want to drink with you tonight. I ain't gonna drink with you smelling like that. Get in.
Oh, that's a tough call. Do you have any pig fat?
Pig fat. Nah, no pig fat. I got some lard. You want some
I'm
lard?
afraid you can't grease away the shit.
I'm not bound to explain to you what I need pig fat for if you don't already know.
Well, I suppose that you're not going to light yourself on fire with it.
Quick
Either
aside.
smell and replace it with a different.
Quick aside, though, wouldn't pig fat and lard just basically be the same thing?
Yeah, pretty much very similar.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, some
I don't have pig
The
fat.
soap is like fat and lye.
Here, I don't have any Kleenex, but take this tissue. I'm
Yeah.
confused now.
There's a little bit of science to it.
There is, and then there's copyright infringement, which we won't go into. So
Right.
yeah, he has some pig
Alright,
pig
fine.
fat that he throws out.
I'll dip under. I mean, it's not like I have a lot of clothes to clean. I'm wearing almost the bare minimum of polite society. Which is to say, a loincloth and a belt.
Hey, dwarf,
Yeah.
I heard the river challenged you to a fight. Get in there.
He fought
So,
for 7 days before he died of exhaustion.
Durok's showing everybody his junk as he cleans off his loincloth. And Alberic, you don't happen to have a second set of clothes, do you?
No.
Uh-oh.
I
Okay.
have multiple sets of clean clothing, so I'll change out of my rugged outdoor gear into my servant outfit.
And so, Alberic, you're showing everybody your junk too, desperately trying to clean your clothes. So you guys do that for a while. And eventually you are back on the boat. And Joseph's just pointing up at that moon, wondering what the heck that may be about. And he's been around long enough, he says it can mean nothing good.
Well, we're
He's
about to find
practically a
out how.
genius.
What's that? Someone else?
Oh,
No.
I was just saying, like, well, we're about to find out how bad that is. Or at least the rest of the city will, I'm sure.
It's a running river. All the horror will be downstream in minutes.
Say, Joseph, no one came for me today, did they?
No. No, not at all.
Ah, fair enough.
Everybody make a perception. Flat out perception. Except for Lady Tefane, who's not there.
Oh. Well, I
Sorry.
fail either way.
And me, who also
Do I
has a
get a
negative
plus for my
10.
sight?
And Alberic, you got a critical? Yes, you do. Get a plus. Plus 10. Okay, you guys easily. They're not even trying to hide.
Oh, I didn't add the plus 10 to my roll, so I guess that would have been a plus 3 to this
Yeah,
level.
you guys both notice two men, one leaning against this building, the other leaning against this building. And they're just sort of casually looking at you guys.
Do they seem off? Do they have purple?
No purple.
Hmm.
And
Maybe
that
it's
can
a
be
different-
confirmed by Dor, who made an outstanding success. From that distance, he can tell he's got night vision too, even though it's dark. The moon is creating some light, so it's not very dark.
So what do you
Everything
think they're
has
after then?
green glow.
If they're
You
going to
don't-
come after us in the night once we wind down and go to sleep, then at least we have our back to a wall here on the boat. But that puts Joseph in danger again. We've already burned his boat once.
Dor, these don't look like warrior types. They don't look like they're thugs or anything like that.
Spies? Thieves?
Possibly.
Or just idiots trying to figure out what's going on?
Well, this is actually my skill set. I could try to counter spy on them. I could try to take a path away, circle back around, and keep a watch on them.
Mm-hmm.
Are they actually? You said that they weren't making any apparent attempt at hiding.
No.
Yeah, I don't think that's. But I feel like that's probably not what's going on.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and check on them anyway, so I'm going to proceed.
Go ahead.
Worst
Make
thing
a
that happens is
stealth.
I look weird.
Make a stealth, and if you have urban, that applies.
Yes, indeed. I'm going to re-roll that.
If you want.
Amazing! Wow.
Okay. And
That
as
is
you
why you're the best, boss.
approach from the rear, so I'm going to put you over here, right? You're approaching from the rear. They're both from
Yeah.
here. Okay. You notice. Hold on. Let me find it. I'm just going to go find a couple counters. Here we go. And no, neither of those are going to work. Nope, none of those are going to work. I'll find it later.
I guess if it helps, I think I have a shadowing talent that would at least take that from 4 to 3, but that probably doesn't help.
The shadowing is used. Let me find those rules. They come.
Shadowing is basically supposed to be a combined test of perception and stealth, but with the shadowing skill, I can make it one of those, whichever one is the higher.
Right. Where oh, okay, that's right. So you don't roll twice, you roll once, and you choose what you're rolling against. Because normally it's 2 rolls. It's stealth and silent.
Mhm.
There is a move silent? Hold on. I'm getting confused on my systems here. Is there a move silent?
It's a stealth.
Just stealth. That's what I thought.
Mm.
So hold on a second. Let me go look for shadowing here. Shadowing.
While you're looking that up,
Page 130.
I just also want to clarify that Durak is going to spend the entire rest of the night both drinking, greasing his hair back up to stick up in Mohawk style, and he's also going to apply a tattoo to himself using like a Tobori style method where he's inking the edge of a blade instead of like a bamboo shoot or something like that. So I imagined him and Joseph having like drinks as he's like stabbing himself repeatedly with a dagger.
All right. I see how that works. Okay. So you okay, so go ahead and you know where they are, so you don't have to make a perception roll. And as you turn the corner, you see one of the 2 guys just turn and stare at you. He's still leaning casually up against the building, and he's looking right at you. Doesn't even move. And then he motions to his friend, raises his head up, gets his friend's attention, and motions over towards you. And his friend's looking at you too.
Dun,
I'll try
dun.
to play it off casually. I'll just kind of go, "Oh, evening there, gentlemen. Nice night for a stroll, huh?"
Bruh.
Yeah, and
Bruh.
one of them goes, "Yeah, nice night for a stroll."
A lovely view of the river from here, don't you think?
Yes, it is, isn't it? Don't really like that moon much, but aside from that,
Don't think I've seen anyone in town who likes it. So what you do around town? My name's Lieberman. Nice to meet you.
Lieberwitz. Oh, wait a minute. Caster Lieberung. Lieberung. Do you say Lieberman or Lieberung?
I'm going with the fake one I just made up, actually.
Okay. Yeah, that's really none of your business. He smiles.
Oh, really?
His
Oh,
friend,
that's a shame.
yeah, his friend behind you or to your left, actually, kind of gets up off the. No longer leans on the building. Gets up, starts taking a few casual steps towards you.
Oh, I was hoping that you might know something about the carnival. Maybe you work out there.
No. Mm-mm. Ah, not
Oh,
at
then I
all.
suppose you are from this side of town then.
Yes, we are. And
So,
yeah, keep going.
at this point, I might try interrogate them with like a series of questions like, "Oh yeah, so then you know the good places to go drinking around here." It's like, "Oh, in the morning I might want to go here, here. Would you know anywhere like that?" Uh,
Okay.
things that seem innocent but are trying to weasel out the things that they might know. Like,
Okay, go ahead and make a charm on that. I'll even give you a +1 because that's kind of getting into blather just a
all right,
little
so
bit.
that would be a 10 then. Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, +10.
I'm terrible.
One
All
of
my
them
luck is coming to play.
starts actually answering you, and his friend says, "Shut up," and he quiets up real quick. Says, "Look, friend, we're not here to chat.
Oh, what are you doing around here?
Just out for a little stroll." And he smiles, sneers more than smiles.
Oh, well then don't let me keep you.
"You're not."
And I will go ahead and like lean up against the wall. And now they have sort of the awkward social situation of continuing to pretend and walking away normally, or trying to double back or change their statement.
Both of them go back to leaning against each wall. And you see they're frequently looking over. And you can see they're frequently looking at the dwarf.
Done.
Hmm. Okay, so
And
Garrett
they
will kind of stick
occasionally
to this
turn their
position.
heads to look at you. And then they go back to looking at the boat.
Garrett will not make any kind of movements or even really look at them. He's just going to kind of like keep his ears open for if they start to move anywhere or go away.
Mm-mm. So, um, the so they are hanging out there. After a while, they both get a little tired of standing up, so they sit down, leaning up against the buildings. And occasionally, watch patrols come by, and you see them duck further in between these two buildings and stay out of the view of the watch.
I
What
see.
do you do when a watch patrol comes by?
I'll just wave politely. In fact, I'll even try to bring one in for conversation and keep them around.
Okay, so the watch patrol comes by, and you go out and you greet them.
Yeah,
All right, all right. Here is
lovely evening.
okay, and you've got yes, it is. except that moon. But
And I'm just going to strike up small talk. Nothing too important. Maybe I'll just ask him about if he's going to stick around here. And just kind of like play that off as like, oh, well, they're just, our boat over here, and I'm always so concerned.
you get the sense after conversing with him that for money, they'll stick around the boat.
Hmm.
Otherwise, they have to go up and down the Austin Dam.
Well, that could be worthwhile, but at the same time, I know the dwarf does want to fight, and these guys might go for it. But an assassination is different than a fight.
Assassination is the worst way for a dwarf to go down.
Exactly. So I'll go ahead and roll the bribery to see, like, what it would take then.
Okay,
So let's start with the roll then, and see how many guesses I get.
go ahead.
You
I get a
assume
You get
lot.
4 guesses.
Okay, let's check a look at money. So it is 14, or no, it's 12 pennies to a shilling, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so that seems correct. So let's see. Let's start with the highball, 1 shilling. Is that too low or too high?
Neither.
Oh, so he wants it right on
Each.
the dot.
Each. There's 2 of them, but yeah.
Tell you what, I'll go ahead and slip them some shillings.
2 shillings. Okay. He says, yeah, I'll keep a watch on your boat.
Oh, thanks a whole lot, and I'll give him a pat on the shoulder. You guys have a wonderful watch tonight, and I will return to the boat.
Okay, you go back to the boat. And the night goes by. Joseph regales again stories of the river, stories he's heard about the moon. Nothing of particular, nothing that would be particularly relevant, but just interesting tidbits. And you guys sleep the night.
I recover from fatigue, right?
Yes, you do.
Nice.
Yeah, you are
does-
no longer fatigued. And what
Just out of
happened to
cur-
your token? There it is. I covered it up. Yes, go ahead, Lady Tefane.
Just gonna say, is it possible for her to have dinner with any other nobles or people important at the tavern?
It's gonna take too long to get your clothes
Oh,
cleaned, and by the time they'll be ready, you get there around 7 to 8 p.m. somewhere in there. It's gonna take 2 to 3 hours to clean out your clothes, get them all ready again, let them
okay.
dry.
Don't you
Unless
have
a
wait?
second. Do you have a second set of clothes?
Yeah.
Of course I do.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you just.
I
Sleep
have
in and
two. I have 2 courtly garb.
There you go. So you go down in a second outfit, and yeah, you could be eating in the common room there, restaurant basically.
Right. Can I attempt to most important or wealthiest looking person and invite myself to share dinner?
Sure.
Would that be
Make a charm?
okay? We'll see
And
how well this goes.
You have noble blood. That's a plus
I
1
do.
SL. Yeah, plus 1 SL for that.
All right.
Minus 1. Hold on. Oh yeah, I rolled much worse.
Okay.
And yes, join us, my lady.
Of course, thank you. And
Haven't
she'll
had an opportunity to meet very many elves, and you get the sense that you're being viewed as being somewhat cosmopolitan. So,
well, it's enjoyable to be around people of such good taste and refinement. Ruddy-nosed humans about who just don't know proper grace and elegance, such as the blooded class, as it were.
and what do you want? What are you looking for here?
I am going to ask around because we found a red silk scarf with FS. I am going to ask around and see if I can learn more about, the who's who, and see if they share initials.
There happens
of the
to
season.
be a merchant here. You're speaking to a merchant. He's
Mm-hmm.
not of full noble blood, but he's obviously has money and has some power. Oh, that might be Frederick Steinhager.
Eric Steinhager. And now, who might he be?
He's one of the 5 merchant lords here that rule over the city.
I see.
Quick out of character question. Tiffane read those documents from the cultist leader before, the purples.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. She read
his
the
name.
beads
His
and the
name
rest.
wasn't mentioned. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
How intriguing. How many ended just kind of for a little bit while longer, and ask them if, I guess this is are there any interesting leads that the upper crust might be interested, or are they just sort of taking in sounds of the festival?
They're taking in sounds of the festival. The merchant was
Okay.
here to do business during the festival, but he's here now just to enjoy the festival. And of course, everyone's talking about the moon.
That's very useful information. She'll think to herself, and of course, then have a wonderful fancy dinner and bid them all good night.
Oh, my bad. Franz Steinhager, not Frederick.
Hans. Okay.
Franz Steinhager.
Okay. Well, we'll have to ask about on this.
Learned that there are 5 merchant houses
Okay.
that make up, that dominate this city.
Okay.
One of them is the Hagen family. One is the Rugbroder family. You've heard Rugbroder before from Joseph. He was doing business with this family. The Steinhager family, the Tugen family. So that's 4, not 5, sorry.
Okay. Well, the more information she kind of get about the power structure of the city a little bit, the better. But I'm sure after an hour or 2 of idle chatter, it's time to go to bed.
So you go to sleep. Okay. Everybody wakes up in the morning. Actually, but
Question,
the
if I may.
dwarf is probably going to stay up again with Joseph all night drinking. Is that correct?
Separate night? Yeah, separate night.
Yeah, that's tonight. You're now cleaned. You're on the boat. You guys can sleep on the boat. He doesn't mind.
Oh no, because I had already said before what I was doing in the lead up while I was drinking and everything. So I also assumed that I'd get a good night's rest at some point.
Yeah.
Because I am tired and fatigued. But yeah, no, like I said, I used the lard to style my hair back up into a mohawk again, and I self-apply some tattoo depicting the battle that was happening in the Taburi style, where I'm applying ink to my knife.
Okay.
And that's what was happening while we're drinking, as I'm self-tattooing.
As the night progresses, you swear that that moon is developing 2 eyes. You think you're seeing the outline of 2 eyes.
Oh boy. I literally see a bad moon rising.
That'd be a perfect song right now. I got to remember to get that next time.
Dawn of the 3rd day.
Yeah.
Well, no, use the real deep, slow version of it.
Morning comes. You guys are all awake. Your fatigue is removed. Lady Tiffane. The innkeeper says, I'm sorry to lose you, but the council will not pay for another night here. I'm so sorry.
I understand. She'll treats her with respect and dignity befitting her station. She will in turn show it respect to him, but not before eating a lavish breakfast. Way down to the boat.
Make your way back to the boat. Okay. So you guys are all there. What do you do now?
2 questions. Number 1, if we sleep, do the wounded among us get a chance to recover some
endurance
loot?
plus 20.
Oh, that's right, because I have 1 wound too. I forgot about that. Because I
Plus
tripped.
we should have had the doctor tend to them too.
Well, I won't need it. The plus 20. It's highly unlikely I'll fail.
Okay, you get a wound back. You're fully healed. Alberic, you get your toughness bonus -2.
I do find it completely hilarious that I hurt myself more tripping over a stick than I did fighting a demon.
For some reason, my roll isn't showing up.
Refresh your browser. Do it again.
Sometimes it's also just horrifically slow for at least one end.
Sometimes, yeah, Roll20 can lag pretty bad at times. Okay, Hardball will also take a look at you. That. Yeah, it's laggy right now.
Oh, yeah. Any connection to server has been interrupted.
Yeah, so go ahead and refresh. That usually only lasts a couple of seconds. I haven't seen the message yet. That's not to say that Roll20 hasn't crashed. It rarely crashes for long. But sometimes you do get the server interrupted. All right, so Alberic, you get 4 wounds back from Harball healing you today.
Excellent. Thank you, Harball.
And in advance of endurance roll, Evo, you get 4 back. Yeah, in bonus, 4 back. So 3
Okay,
back.
I'm
Sorry.
still reconnecting.
Okay,
It's being bizarrely slow.
Okay, so
Does it sound like there's any lag going on my voice?
no.
You're perfect.
Nope. You're good. Just give it time and we'll catch up with that later. So you guys are at the boat. Harball is doing a little bit of healing. Let me have him make a lore medicine. He takes a look at your wound, Alberek. He says you're going to have to get that treated.
Very well.
Let's see if he has anything that he can treat you with. No, he does not. So you're going to have to go pay a specialist, a doctor.
So this wouldn't be something I could go to a temple for.
No. Temple of Shalia could probably cure it. And there is Temple of Shalia here somewhere. We got to go find it. Temple to Shalia is 19. So anyone see the number 19 around? We know it's Temple of Shalia. That looks like it right there. I can't tell if that's a 10 or a 19.
Yeah, I think that's 19 because 20 is over here.
Yeah, I think that's a 19. That's what happens when you take a little tiny pick and have to explode it really, really big.
All right, so we'll head over there then.
All right, what's everybody going to do here?
Well, since it sounds like a little bit of shopping or errands first, I think Typhine will actually make her way over to that weaponsmith she was at and see if the shopkeep is willing to trade out that crossbow for a regular bow.
Go ahead, make a charm.
I actually might join her on that. I have bow skill and would be interested in having a ranged option.
Okay.
All right, so that is Evo. Let's move you over there too. Make a haggle, actually.
Haggle?
Haggle.
Haggle.
A bow versus a crossbow. I think the crossbow is
Both common, so.
Yeah, but the crossbow is 5 gold crowns. The bow is 4 gold crowns, and a longbow is 5.
It's a regular bow.
You just want a regular bow?
Hmm.
Yeah, he'll.
Hey!
Very good. That's all you really needed. So Evo came in and haggled both of you with critical. He'll give you both a gold crown and make the trade. You have regular bows, unless you want a longbow.
I'll just take a regular bow. I don't want to get overloaded.
Okay.
That's fair.
And
so you both get a gold crown and a regular bow, and he takes your crossbows. Both of you had
Okay.
crossbows?
yes, I had a crossbow. Can I switch out the ammunition as well?
Yeah, I'd like to do that as well.
He'll go ahead and take the bolts and give you equivalent number of arrows.
Okay. Perfect. Awesome sauce.
Actually, I don't think I have any crossbow bolts. What would be the price for, let's say, a dozen arrows?
There should be an ammunition
weapons.
tab.
There's an ammunition handout under weapons armor, under game stuff. But I'm right there. So it costs 5 shilling for 12 arrows.
That will do just fine.
Okay. And Alberich, you go to the Temple of Shalya.
Yes.
And you walk in, and typical of most Temple of Shalras, they have the main worship area, which is more functional than true worship. They have a statue of Shalya, but off to the left, you can see an infirmary where they're dealing with the sick and wounded. And next to that is a kitchen where they feed the poor. So
he'll head over to the infirmary area.
okay. And you go in, and as you see a priestess come up to you. That is just terrible. Yes, that's going to fester if we don't do something about it. And you see her go get some herbs that she puts onto the wound. She washes it in clean water, then puts the herbs on it to clean it up. And then she casts a quick spell and rolls a 20. So she's quite successful, and you no longer will have a festering wound.
Excellent. Does that heal any of his statistical wounds? No?
Nah,
Okay.
you can only be the recipient of a heal once for that. Once a day.
All right. So how much do I owe you for this wonderful service you have given me, my lady?
Nothing,
sister.
but
Call her sister.
donations are always accepted.
Very well. And he will donate. He is poor, so I hope this isn't like lowballing it, but he'll give a silver shilling.
A silver. Yeah, that's fine. A shilling. Yes, that's acceptable. All right. That was an abrupt ending. So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, Typhane will mention to the group that she heard through the grapevine that this red silk scarf with the monogrammed initial might in fact belong to Franz Steinharger, the merchant lord.
I believe before we talked to the magistrate, didn't we?
Yes.
Did. And the magistrate is located down here at the festival stocks.
Oh,
We should go there and see if we can get paid.
I don't suspect that the magistrate is at all caught up in any of this, so when he hears the news, he'll definitely be surprised. The question is, if we tell the magistrate, is there anything he can do about this, Franz character?
Oh, for all we know, it's just a coincidence that the scarf was there, but certainly he ought to know about the fact that we have this unholy artifact.
I definitely agree, and that's why we'll go there. But I'll have to say, my lady, you're the only noble I could ever possibly imagine deciding to go on a dangerous journey into the sewers. I can imagine no other reason for that handkerchief to be there than his involvement.
True.
Else he's a target.
Okay.
Need more proof, though. We should certainly pay him a visit. Rounds.
Well, I suppose let's begin with the magistrate.
Yes.
He'll know what to do, and we can fetch our payment. I hear someone said that they caught the goblin. I don't know how well that's going to stick with our pelvis here, though.
Yeah.
So perhaps we can still extract our payment, too, while we're there.
Or at least part of it.
Panic.
All right. Fractured had to drop off just for a sec. And it's Okay, let's take a quick 10-minute break. You guys get XP for last session, which
Hey.
is
goody.
100 for the session, plus 25 for taking care of the bounty hunter, plus 25 for dealing with the demon. So that's 150 each. You can go ahead and spend XP.
Hey.
Cool.
Okay.
I could technically immediately level if I wanted to.
Da 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 da.
You can if you wish.
I could also grab Carouser and just have everything for this tier as well. But then I would have to wait until the end of this session for rising up. So I guess it ultimately comes down to how much do I want carousing.
Well, if we're allowed to level up at this point, I think I will, because I've got all my talents and skills and everything up by +5.
And your characteristics?
I do believe I do. I will check one more time. Yes, all my checked characteristics have a +5 in them.
Yeah, that's what you need. And then your characteristics have to have +5. Your skills need to have +5. And you need at least one talent. And if you don't take that talent, you lose it.
Alright, I have opted to go ahead and complete my talent so I have access to everything as I move onward.
Okay, sounds good.
I finished
about you?
everything, but I need 100 XP to level up, so.
Yeah. And I guess just to clarify, your ruling right now on career advancement and trappings would be when we get to it, we can't leave until we get everything.
Well, what I just showed in
Mhm.
Discord is that in our channel is that they have made them more optional.
Right.
You don't have to have everything, but the idea is to keep your character going. I'm getting a little reverb here.
Evo. It's Evo.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm having to do this off my phone because my computer is completely unresponsive and has been for I believe when we were having conversation about the
Roll 20.
about the merchant lord.
Yeah.
No, I
Re-
mean everything's
Reboot.
not
At least now it's
nothing's
time for
responding.
Yeah, reboot. But I'd suggest you set your Discord, your phone on push to talk, and then I'll be careful not to speak over you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, and for those of us leveling up, we just, like, say in our advanced scheme for our weapon skill, ballistic skill, the attributes, you just click in the new one that's highlighted in brass, and you leave the other ones checked as well.
Yeah, leave them checked, and then you add in the new skills, and you lose the talents you didn't take. So
Oh,
delete
I
those.
took all my talents, so
Okay.
I'm
Then
set.
yeah, then you add in the new talents, just not taken yet, and click career so you know their career talents versus racials, because you start with 4 or 5 racials depending on your race. And that's the difference between career and non-career. And that way you can quickly see your racial talents. And your career talents, you mark them all career, but you haven't taken any yet. So you just add them in and then you get a choice. Or you could just add them in when you take them. I like to add them in so you could see, all the possibles. Otherwise, you might forget to go back to the rules and take a look and go, oh, I should have taken that talent. Forgot I had it.
I take it from the subject of the discussion we got some XP.
150.
Yep.
Thank you. I'll get that as soon as I'm
Um,
functioning again.
I think before I completely forget about it, we got shifted around while talking about it. What was your ruling then on trappings then for now?
You don't have to have all of them. For character development, some that make sense, some may not. Like, for example, Lady Tefane, because of the role she's finding herself in, may want to fire her servant. I wouldn't see a problem with that. It's just extra money, extra cost right now, and you guys aren't exactly
Yeah, we're not rich.
not rich. But let's take a look at, for example, that's warrior nobles under courtesan, I think, or burger. No.
It's under courtesan, I think.
Yeah, it's courtesan. Courtiers is what they call them. So, like for second level,
Page 73.
yeah, I mean, do you have to have jewelry worth? You start with jewelry, but to leave from second to third, do you have to? You already have courtly garb, right?
Yeah.
So they want
The
quality, which is double price. Do you have to have 4 household servants? You don't have a house.
yeah.
A riding horse with a saddle might make sense. And do you have to have jewelry up to 50? You already have 30, 1d10. So there's, what makes sense for you.
Hmm.
Having a riding horse, for example, doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're not riding anywhere, right?
Right.
Oh, I got another question about reading prices. So I'm looking at some things, and some things say their price is /6.
That's 6 shillings, 6 pence.
Okay, so that is actually acquirable. Cool, that's good. That would be for like the disguise kit. I think like a hand weapon is still like several gold crowns.
Okay, let's stop the music. So we'll take a 5-minute break, come back at 6.
Okay.
You guys can continue to do your character development,
Okay.
and
Gotcha.
we'll pick it up 5 minutes from now.
Cool.
Oh! Just fulfilled a goal.
Oh,
I've acquired a bow.
I didn't even fill out my goals.
how could you?
Just slip in there, fight a demon. Did we even get party goals?
Not yet. Yeah, we should bring it up when he comes back, because I had 2 personal goals: to acquire a bow and beat an opponent in a game of cards, and I still haven't technically won a hand yet. But
You have 2 of them?
are you only allowed to have one, or
Yeah, you're only allowed to have one at a time.
Case? But yeah, acquire a bow is the first one. So
Yeah, because you get like XP and stuff when you actually complete them.
I think as far as a long-term personal goal, win an archery contest is better than acquire an elf bow, because that'll probably happen sooner than later.
Does anyone know
Okay.
if you uncheck your previous skills? Or do you
No,
keep them?
you get to
No,
keep them.
you hold them. They stack.
The same with your characteristics.
What
Or you
stats?
level up in something, the more skills are available to you, just as the more core stats are available to you.
What are we talking about?
Skills and leveling up.
Ah. Sorry, I stepped away since we were on break. Yeah, I've got all my talents done. Now I just gotta level up my skills and characteristics.
All my talents and set. Yeah, I just need 100 to level up.
Yeah, I went all one-sided when I made the character, so I'm good at the things I'm good at, but I still have to put all of those 5 ups into so many other things. Let's see. It's 10 for skills, which means that I am 50, 100... Oh wait, advances. I'm sorry, wrong column. 20... 70... 120... 170. And then 25s. I am 295 XP away from then considering spending 100 XP on a career change.
You mean going up a level or going out of Slayer?
Yep, sorry, I'm thinking of a different game.